Ever dreamed of landing in a spot so stunning you whisper, "This is home for life"? Hold that thought. The folks who call it home every day, they're ready to spill the real tea. Buckle up as we uncover the top 10 states that dazzle visitors but drain the soul of residents. Picture crowds swarming in, snapping endless pics, then vanishing, leaving gridlocked roads, skyrocketing home prices, and everyday people scratching heads over bills that eclipse a lifetime of sunset cocktails. Think Florida's whirlwind of rides and lines, or Hawaii's stunning shores hiding hidden heartaches. These gems thrive on out-of-towners but pay a steep price. Hit like, subscribe, and stick around for the full reveal. It's eye-opening. Countdown kicks off now. Number 10, South Carolina. Imagine strolling through sun-kissed streets draped in whispering Spanish moss, where salty breezes kiss golden beaches and ancient plantations whisper tales of the past. That's South Carolina calling, a magnet for dreamers chasing endless summer vibes, historic haunts, and lazy coastal escapes. Throngs of travelers pour in, hearts full of wanderlust, but for those rooted here, the magic unravels into a quiet storm of regrets. Picture this: tourists bask in resort glamour and misty marsh sunsets, while locals battle skyrocketing home prices from endless second houses and short-term rentals. Roads crack under the weight of extra cars, sewers overflow, and storm drains gasp for breath during peak rushes. Tiny seaside villages teeter on a knife's edge, fight to keep their soulful charm or cave to the boom that swallows it whole. It's a heartbreaking tug of war. And oh, the raw ache of it all. Fire trucks idle longer on frenzy-filled holiday weekends, lifesavers stretched thin as rubber bands. City halls pour cash into shiny visitor traps, leaving forgotten inland spots to fade like old postcards. As dusk paints the sky fiery orange, families huddle, whispering, "Are we truly home, or just eternal guests in our own paradise?" I know that sting firsthand. I came of age in a buzzing beach town just up the shore from Venice and Santa Monica in California. Sure, we dodged the worst of it, but those explosive 4th of July blasts through sticky summer days, chaos, gridlock that clawed at your sanity, and rowdy out-of-towners, 3 sheets to the wind, strutting like they owned every grain of sand. The real gut punch, beyond the snarl of traffic, it's those tipsy strangers acting like kings in your kingdom. Here in South Carolina, the heat hits hardest in gems like Charleston's cobblestone whispers, Myrtle Beach's neon-lit thrills, Hilton Head's polished shores, and the whole sultry low-country stretch. Even with just 20 million sunseekers flooding in yearly, a whopping 61% of locals ache for fewer feet on their sacred ground. Stay tuned. Next, we dive deeper into the heartbreak. What's your hidden haven turned headache? Drop it below. Number 9, Louisiana. Picture yourself lost in a swirl of sultry jazz notes, where spicy gumbo warms your soul and the French Quarter's lacy balconies glow under lantern light. Add swamp boat rides through misty bayous, and the electric frenzy of Mardi Gras, Louisiana's calling card, pulling in souls hungry for that one-of-a-kind Creole heartbeat. Travelers dive headfirst into the rhythm, soul-stirring tunes, mouth-watering feasts, storybook buildings, and a mashup of cultures that feels like magic. But peel back the party mask, and locals carry the weight of it all, like invisible chains around their ankles. I've crashed my share of blowouts, Vegas neon nights, sun-soaked beach raves, even cruise ship escapades. Nothing tops Mardi Gras madness though. It's pure wildfire, beads flying, crowds surging, until you're dodging elbows and wondering if you'll make it out whole. In your roaring 20s, it's a thrill ride. Hit 40, and every shadow whispers, one wrong step, and it's lights out for good. Zoom into New Orleans, where the crush never quits. Sidewalks jammed wall to wall, cops and medics racing on fumes, shop owners choking on sky-high leases just to keep the vibe alive. The city foots the bill for that glossy cultural glow, while everyday spots buckle, either trampled by the horde or left to rust in silence. Buses groan under festival floods, trash piles high, and the cash? It funnels straight to hotel empires, skipping schools, homes, or fair shakes for folks who stay year-round. Then come the quiet spells, or worse, those brutal storms, and the whole setup wobbles. Built on beads and brass bands, the money dries up fast, leaving hearts heavy and pockets empty. This year, oof, visitor dips have hit hard, echoing pains in spots like Vegas that I figured would shine forever. Deep down, everyday Louisianans play guard dogs to a dream that rarely bites back with blessings. A staggering 65% whisper they'd welcome fewer wanderers. With 42.5 million flooding in annually, mostly chasing Big Easy beats, Bayou whispers, and Fest fever, it's a love-hate tango that's breaking more than it's building. What's your wildest wish I stayed away spot? Spill in the comments. Next up, the storm's eye. Number 8, Alaska. Envision vast icy spires gleaming under endless midnight suns, humpback whales breaching turquoise waves, and untamed trails that whisper secrets of grizzlies and gold rushes. Alaska, the wild edge of the world, lures adventurers with its raw, heart-pounding pulse. Yet for the hardy souls who stake their lives here, in speck-of-dust towns scattered across frozen fjords, that allure twists into a relentless grind. Sure, outsiders snag postcard thrills, calving glaciers, cozy fishing huts, endless hikes, but year-rounders foot the bill in blood and sweat. Picture pint-sized ports and airstrips beefed up for summer stampedes, then rusting idle through bone-chilling winters. Ferries bob empty, trash haulers idle, all bloated for fleeting crowds that vanish like mist. And the soul crush? When your sleepy village pivots to pamper strangers, the old rhythms fade, stories swapped for souvenir smiles, quiet evenings drowned in diesel hums. I've chased those horizons on half a dozen Alaska cruises, always hunting chats with the unsung heroes. Off-season, it's a hollow echo. Most locals bolt with the boats. True stayers stare at boarded-up dreams. Take Skagway. I met a weathered rail vet there post-plague, eyes twinkling with grit. He arrived as a wide-eyed kid. Dad's tracks his playground. By teen years, school let out early for shovel work. Boom, lifelong anchor. Pension kept him afloat, but he confessed the ache. Spots like his barely breathed during shutdowns. Eateries tag-teamed openings, 1 week on, next off, to scrape by. Retirees, wallets steady, packed tables just to fan the flame. Lately, Alaska's pushing back, capping mega ships that bulldoze the peace. Irony bites, they're lifelines for these outposts. Just 2.7 million wanderers trickle in yearly, crammed into 3 sunlit months of cruises, park treks, and bush flights. No roller coasters here. It's intimate chaos. A few thousand per docking in hamlets that hum, then hush. Heart-wrenching truth? 66% of Alaskans crave quieter days, fewer footprints on their fragile frost. Ever felt paradise's pinch? Share your tale below. The chills deepen next. Number 7, California. Picture golden waves crashing against jagged cliffs, ancient redwoods stretching like giants toward the sky, and starlit Hollywood hills buzzing with dreams. Toss in sun-baked deserts, misty Yosemite valleys, rolling wine valleys, and endless beaches. California's siren song reels in wanderers by the millions, promising that golden glow of endless adventure. But rewind to my roots. I came up in a sleepy seaside speck, just a heartbeat from Tinseltown's glare, Santa Monica's sparkle, and an hour's dash to Disneyland's magic gates, Knott's Berry Whirl, or Magic Mountain's screams. Those icons, they sprinkled stardust on visitors, but for us kids dodging the chaos, it felt like a slow-burning fuse. Sure, the Golden State boasts billions in tourist bucks yearly, fuel for shops and smiles, yet zoom into hotspots like Big Sur's hairpin twists, Yosemite's thundering falls, or those windswept shore villages, and the fairy tale cracks wide open. Thrill seekers soak up the splendor, while families choke on gridlock choking quiet back roads, hunt vanishing parking spots like buried treasure, and watch cozy homes morph into millionaire playgrounds. Pristine wilds? They're clawing for air amid boot-stomped trails, choking smog, spooked critters, and thirsty streams gasping under the crush. And with sun shining 300 days? That season never quits. It's a non-stop siege. The gut punch, shadowy second pads, and Airbnb empires hammering nails into our housing heartbreak, pricing out the dreamers who built the vibe. Peek at Anaheim's heartbreak. Disneyland's kingdom spawned a neon jungle of character diners and thrill traps. Vegas sparkle sans slots. But locals? They're ghosts in their own fairy tale, squeezed by the spell. Heart-stirring stat, 250 million souls swarm in each year, domestic and globetrotters alike. Yet 71% of us Californians, we trade the crowds for a whisper of peace. Ever chased paradise only to trip on its thorns? Vent in comments, the saga swells next. Number 6, Washington. Imagine mist-shrouded fjords slicing through emerald islands, where ancient evergreens claw at stormy skies and Seattle's neon pulse hums like a siren's call. Toss in the Olympic Peninsula's misty hikes and the Cascade Range's snow-capped giants. Washington's wild heart, yanking in hordes of wide-eyed explorers craving ferry hops, dripping rainforests, jagged peaks, and city buzz that never sleeps. But linger long enough, and that postcard glow dims into a thorny grind for those who call it home. Metro sprawls like Seattle choke under nosebleed rents. Weekend escapes ballooning prices till dream homes feel like myths. Roads and bridges, they're rigged for fleeting crowds, not daily dashes, while relentless rains hammer transport lines and flood defenses into overtime. Out in the boonies hugging park gates, villages ache with a cruel split. Guard the hush and raw beauty that hooks outsiders, or bow to the sprawl of lodges and lots they crave. Sudden surges jam signals and cell towers, snarl trails into parking wars, and leave rescue crews sprinting on empty tanks. Heart tug truth, some Seattle natives ghost whole swaths of their own turf, too thick with strangers, and cruises, pure pandemonium. Docks swarm days early and late, a human tide churning the waterfront into gridlock hell. I've waited that crush from Pike Place's fish-flinging frenzy to the Space Needle's vertigo views, elbow-to-elbow mayhem that steals the soul, flashpoints, Seattle's hum, Puget Sound's salty sails, Olympic wilds, and Cascade climbs. Yearly, 26 million souls swarm in. Echoing California's cry, 71% of locals beg for breathing room, fewer boots on their sacred soil. Felt that crowd crush betrayal? Spill your story below, the shadows sharpen ahead. Number 5, Arizona. Envision fiery red rocks twisting like ancient flames in Sedona's glow, the Grand Canyon's endless chasm swallowing sunsets whole, Monument Valley's spires standing guard over whispering sands, and cactus blooms defying the blaze. Arizona's desert symphony, a raw, sun-scorched spell that hooks wanderers with epic hikes, jaw-drop views, and that golden hour magic where every horizon hums with promise. Yet for the quiet hearts who root down here, that spell sours into a scorching trial. Thirsty lands already gasp for every drop, now buckling under hordes that drain wells dry and crank the heat to unbearable highs. Park edge villages creak, bridges sag, paths crumble, and dusty lanes turn to battlegrounds from boot-stamped floods. Governments scramble to patch the scars, but slim pockets from local dues can't keep pace with the endless fixes. Worse? Those gleaming getaways, Airbnbs and Verbos, swallow family nests whole, flipping them into stranger pads and shoving lifelong locals to the fringes. Profits chase the quick buck from motels and trinket stands, sidelining the sturdy roots that make a town thrive. It's a gut-wrenching shift. Paradise peddled, but at what cost to the souls who stay? Stunning blow. 45 million dream chasers pour in yearly, yet 71% of Arizonans ache for a lighter load. Fewer shadows on their sun-baked home. Ever tasted a dream that bites back? Whisper it in the comments. The heat rises next. Number 4, Colorado. Picture snow-dusted peaks piercing the bluest skies, where powder days call from sleek ski runs and winding paths beg for your boots. Add bubbling rivers and ancient aspens, Colorado's rugged charm, a thrill that floods trails and towns with eager faces year-round. Dreamers chase that fresh mountain high, but for the folks who brave every blizzard, it's a quiet unraveling that steals their breath. Snap the postcard. Outsiders glide on lifts and gasp at vistas, but dig deeper. Families flee soaring rents in chalet-packed villages, splitting workers into haves and have-nots. Baristas and builders commute hours just to clock in, while jammed highways, spotty signals, and creaky buses groan under the load. The more crowds pour cash, the wider the gap yawns, leaving service hearts homeless in their own backyard. Mother Nature winces too. Boot-worn paths scar the earth, thirsty resorts guzzle streams, flames lick closer with every campfire spark, and lots overflow like spilled secrets. How do you fling open the gates without locking out the guardians? Voices of old-timers fade as planners chase the next big draw. All this frenzy hugs the rocky spine, west side wild, east flat and forgotten. Gut check. 95.5 million wanderers swarm yearly, but 72% of Coloradans crave the hush. Paradise's price tag too steep? Confess below, the peaks plummet next. Number 3, Tennessee. Imagine misty peaks of the Great Smoky Mountains, hugging cozy log cabins, where banjo strings twang under starlit skies, and Dolly's Wonderland sparkles with joy. Throw in Nashville's honky-tonk heartbeat and Memphis's soulful blues trails, Tennessee's hidden gem, reeling in waves of wide-eyed fans for fiddle-fueled fests and winding country lanes that steal your worries away. But for the everyday heroes holding the line, that glow hides a sharper sting. Quiet backroads turn into honking headaches from bumper-to-bumper rushes, while flashy inns gobble up neighborhoods, leaving slim scraps for lifelong families. Gig economy grind? It pays peanuts, shoving hometown kids towards city lights just to scrape by. Picture counties juggling bloated parking pads, storm-ready sewers, and siren squads for holiday hordes. Yet skinny budgets mean you and me foot the frenzy bill. The beat swings wild. Summer swells like a river in flood, then winter whispers emptiness, with empty lots echoing lost chances. Boom fuels $31 billion in outsider bucks yearly from 147 million feet, but here's the raw ache. 73% of us Tennesseans yearn for sparser trails, a breath of our own. Ever loved a place that loves you less? Spill below. The echoes grow louder next. Number 2, Hawaii. Envision turquoise waves lapping at powdery shores, where palm fronds dance in trade winds and fiery volcanoes rumble like ancient guardians. That's Hawaii's timeless lure, the aloha embrace, secret waterfalls, and island rhythms that wrap you in pure escape. Sun-kissed dreamers flock for that postcard perfection, snapping shots and chasing sunsets, blind to the cracks beneath the lay. But here's the twist that caught me off guard. This paradise is crumbling under its own spotlight. For island families, the flood of outsiders jacks up homes to impossible heights. Second pads and short stay spots gobble them up, fueled by mainland miles that make everything pricier. Roads choke with endless lines, taps run dry, trash overflows, and buses crawl like weary turtles. Even guests gripe about the jams, but locals, they whisper of lost normalcy, where every breath bends toward pleasing passers-by. The real heartbreak? Those fragile reefs and sacred trails, the very heartbeat drawing crowds, are fraying fast. Footprints scar the earth, waves choke on plastic ghosts, and old chants fade as hotels rise. Who wins? The people who belong, or the stage for fleeting applause? It's a soul-deep bind, propping up the economy, yet shattering the spirit. Just 10 million wanderers touch down yearly on these tiny gems, but that's a tidal wave in tight quarters. Shocking gut punch. 77% of Hawaiians beg for quieter waves, fewer shadows on their sunlit home. Ever chased bliss that broke your heart? Share below. The secrets swell next. Number 1, Florida. Picture endless azure waves kissing palm-fringed sands, where Miami's neon pulse thumps against the Keys' lazy lures, and Orlando's thrill machines whirl under blazing suns. Florida's sun-drenched spell hooks dreamers with wallet-friendly escapes, heart-racing coasters, and that salty tang of freedom, pure vacation gold. But flip the coin, and it's a simmering trap for those who unpack for keeps, hearts heavy with the crush. Throngs swarm in, engines roaring, wallets wide open, propping up the state's cash flow like a lifeline. Yet that bounty blindsides. Highways snarl into parking lot purgatory, tax bills balloon like storm clouds, and cozy nests vanish into Airbnb empires, leaving families adrift in a sea of for rent signs. City planners chase shiny facades and beachside bells, skimping on classroom glow, bus routes that hum, or safety nets that catch. The real dagger? Wild swings from snowbird surges to eerie lulls, all tangled with tempests, hurricanes howling, seas creeping higher, waters turning murky, insurers hiking stakes skyward. One gale, and the glitter fades, pushing full-timers to bolt for quieter shores like Georgia's Embrace or South Carolina's Sigh. It's the Sunshine State's savage secret, hooked on outsiders' highs, yet crumbling under the weight. A whopping 144 million chase the myth yearly, but 78% of us insiders, we ache for emptier horizons, a whisper of our own wild peace. Woo, that's the raw rundown, folks. If this hit home, smash like, drop your escape dreams below, and subscribe for more unfiltered truths. Catch you on the flip side. Stay sunny, stay real.